Hey guys, how are ya? So I went back and forth about this. Let me get comfortable here. I'm not gonna rant. I'm not in my ranty spot. I am trying to come to a decision about something. Wow, it's Sunday. It's okay. I was swatching some stuff earlier. I'm trying to declutter some makeup and like figure out some stuff. I'm going to visit my mom in Michigan, and I have a few nieces up there that are very, very into makeup. And I hope that the stuff that I'm like decluttering, and I'm going to figure out if I'm going to mail it or try to like get it into my carry-on or whatever, that they might be able to use some of it. And if not, then, we'll find another use for it. But so I'm like swatching and figuring out what I want to take and all that stuff I haven't used. Not like, oh, here's a half bottle of cleanser, I'm tired of it. Do you want it? No. It's like new stuff I swatched, doesn't look like it's for me, so whatever. I am here to, as I said, not rant, but to talk a little bit about how to deal with supporting brands that have said, done, or, participated in something that I don't agree with. And at this point, I'm sort of like confused and perplexed on how to handle this. I don't know how many of you follow Nikki of Nikki Tutorials. She recently came out with a video called I'm Coming Out. And at the time, I think a lot of us were very, very stunned to learn that she was coming out as a transgendered woman. And she had been living as a female since she was in the 4th grade. Now, keep in mind that Nikki is from the Netherlands, and they have a very, very different attitude about these things. Like I believe when she was like a sophomore, she was able to get hormones from her doctor that stopped her from growing any taller because she was starting to grow very, very tall. All these kinds of things. And she actually started her YouTube channel and then fully transitioned while she was on YouTube. And which I went back and watched like some of her really, really early videos. And I just have to say, she is a beautiful and graceful woman and always seems kind. She has a very quick, biting sense of humor, which is, sometimes like mine. And sometimes you say something that you think is hysterical and then you're like, ooh, maybe not. But I think probably the thing that resonated the most with me out of this video was that she did not choose this time to do it. She was always going to tell her story. She was always going to talk about her truth on her terms. And instead, she was blackmailed. And in the video, she doesn't name names, obviously. And she also does not point the finger at anybody, but she makes her feelings very well known that she thinks these people are vile and so forth. So a lot of people were speculating when she did make the video of who on earth would be the type of person or the type of people to blackmail her. And she never even said monetary or anything like that. I don't know. I only she and her fiance and so forth know the details of it. We all know, those of us and most of us that watched the Shane Dawson / Jeffree Star documentary about Nikki getting a contract with Too Faced Cosmetics, and she released a palette. She was paid a flat fee of $50,000, which to a 21-year-old, I don't remember exactly how old she was, probably seemed like a windfall, a blessing, right? Her YouTube channel had not totally exploded at that point, but it was big. And she did a lot of promo for it. She did a lot of appearances. She just, so proud of it. And watching her introducing it on her channel, she's glowing with pride over it. She spent a lot of time, working on this pamphlet on different looks you could get from this palette and things like that. $50,000 flat. Too Faced Cosmetics goes on to make about $10 million from it. None of this is breaking news. None of this is tea because it was all released over a year ago through the video. But she got screwed. plain and simple. She saw no further residuals from it. She basically could only say there was so much that she wanted to say at that time. She was tweeting about this nowadays, but it was one of the biggest learning experiences of her life. At that point, we hear almost nothing from Too Faced because they kind of knew that they had really, really taken advantage of a young beauty influencer. Fast forward to this video and Nikki Tutorials, it drops, she comes out. For the most part, people are very, very, very supportive. All the other major beauty YouTubers are tweeting at her, all these other things. Absolute silence from Too Faced. And I guess I really wouldn't expect anything different. However, Jared Blandino was the owner of Too Faced Cosmetics. Estee Lauder, which is a huge mega cosmetics company, bought them out a few years ago. Jared has a sister who has been problematic in the past. She changed her Instagram bio within 20 minutes of Nikki dropping this video to say something like, lying, huh? That's not the only thing she's lying about in capital letters. And, you know, it didn't take a lot of police detective work to figure out who she was talking about. And she got so much hate because of that she changed it. And she once again changed the Instagram bio to say, let's be clear, I love trans people. And that in itself is problematic just because you're calling out one group of people and saying, I love them. You know, it's almost like saying, oh, I have that one gay friend. Oh, you're so open-minded. You know, it's not that. You should love all people, inclusive, you know. So she got called out for that. In the meantime, Nikki had taken a 24-hour break from all electronics, social media, whatever. She comes back, does a Instagram live, barefaced, just crying and thanking everybody for their support. And just being very, very open and honest, and they're still working through things. Like she got engaged to a male 3 months ago, and that was a beautiful video. It teared me up just watching like her tell the story and everything. And she filmed a video of her fiance Dylan just doing her makeup just 3 weeks ago. So they, you know, when she admitted in her video that she had not been forthcoming with him about that, about her being a trans woman. And so we don't know when she told him, but we do know that she did not tell him from the very beginning, and she regrets that now. That's kind of a side to this story, just because people tend to judge, and her being forced to do it in this way, she had to forcibly tell other people. Now, I did see a thread on Reddit last night about, this is not a secret. It was not like something she was holding, you know, like is her closest secret locked away in her own personal vault or anything like this. There were people that were classmates of hers, you know, that had pictures of her, and before she had even had the surgery or anything like that. There were people, her date to her prom, her Danish prom, I don't know, a big dance when she was in high school, posted their picture, and you know, she's in a fully gorgeous, Dinky is in a fully gorgeous dress, beautiful, just shining. So it's not like it was a huge secret that anybody was unearthing, but for her to release this like internationally to her millions of followers, it was a risk, because you always risk running into people who are so judgmental they're not going to subscribe to your channel anymore. I feel like she's always going to have those faithful, dedicated followers because she is so incredibly talented. I did try to follow a couple of her tutorials, and you know, I should have saved that look for like Halloween because she's so talented and I just don't have those kind of skills. Let's go forward. I digress once again. Going back to Too Faced, Jared Blandino, I've had problems with him in the past too, considering that he posted a picture from a birthday party and his cake said Rich Lives Matter, taking off on the Black Lives Matter movement, and he saw no problem with that. That was on his personal Instagram, not personal, but stuff relating to his life. So he, you know, we're talking about very privileged and what they probably feel is a class above people. He comes out with an Instagram post, not even like anything official, not even a video, nothing, saying, I love my sister, but I don't support what she said. Just so you know, she's no longer affiliated with Too Faced Cosmetics. I say BS, because even though they were sold to Estee Lauder, I believe that they both are probably very, very heavily invested stock-wise and things like that. I know Jared is still on as creative director. What his sister's doing, I didn't care enough to dig into. Supposedly she's not employed by them anymore. She's still going to get money from them. It doesn't matter. And there's a very good reason that they're called Too Faced, you know? And that brings me to where I sit today. And I sit today with an open BoxyCharm box next to me and a product inside from Too Faced. And it's cute. I'm going to say it looks like a jewelry box. It's very cute. Opens up. Inside it says, it's your time to shine, which, you know, if you know, shine was the word that I chose for 2020 to try to focus on. So that I was thinking, oh my goodness, this is great. I can put a picture or a Bible verse or whatever in this and just kind of, you know, change it out every week and just leave it on my desk. And that's adorable. And then the box itself looks like a jewelry box, right? Like, oh, will you marry me or whatever. This little dot gold thingy is cosmetic. It doesn't, I thought I'd do this and it would pop open, but it doesn't. So you open it up and it's cute. It looks like a little diamond, Too Faced right here. The product itself is okay. It's okay. It's pretty. It's like a banana, something is the name of it, but I'm sorry, canary diamond banana. Here's where I sit with this, and I am honestly looking for some input or maybe just to talk it out and see where I land. Supporting brands to me has always been a matter of principle. I have always felt like I support people with my money. I support people with my time. I support people and companies and entities and things like that with how I choose to talk about them, how I choose to represent them. I don't have anything Too Faced presently in my makeup collection. I don't have anything that would support them. I believe that I had a highlighter from them before and I ended up passing it along to a friend. At this point, I mean, this is brand new. I think I swatched it. If I were to add this to the pile of stuff that I'm taking up to Michigan to see my mom, or if I were to pass this along to somebody else, I feel like that's supporting a brand that is spewing hate. If I give it to them with the caveat of saying, I'm giving you this, but you can't support them, that feels also counterproductive to me. I don't want to just throw it away because, you know, hello, that's just not conducive to having a recycling efficient household, or, you know, the makeup waste that's happening and things like that. I'm conflicted. I feel like I did when, you know, other things had come out and about other makeup brands, and I'm just kind of very, very conflicted. Now, we have, of course, people within the brand. I'm thinking people that work on the manufacturing line, people that package it, that, you know, help to get shipping together, that come up with this and that kind of thing. Let's be honest, I think this was $20 retail or something like that, maybe a little bit more. If I were to have gone and bought this by itself on its own, is my $20 going to make or break Too Faced? No, of course not. My $20 isn't going to make or break anybody but me at this point. I feel like I need to make a decision though. I could use it and wait till it's gone, which, hello, that would take a hot minute, but and it's a very bright, illuminating highlighter. It's not something I would wear every day. I could do that, but then I feel like every time I go to use it, I'm going to be like, and just get all upset on Nikki's behalf again, and feel like once again I'm supporting a company that spews hate. I don't want to just throw it away, but I also feel like my other options of giving it away or just keeping it and using it till it's gone are going to just make me mad. So I don't honestly know what to do with it. I've been sitting with it since I opened the box, and like, I know that I'm overthinking this. I know that I'm like taking this and like going and breaking it into too many pieces and making it much, much more dramatic than it needs to be. But I feel like I come across this kind of thing on many levels, many levels. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way to present it, because, I get 2-3 boxes a month. I've been starting to get some other stuff that people are sending me to review. I honestly don't know. So I don't know how to handle that. I don't like to be mean, but I also don't like to be dishonest. And I don't know how to handle it. I don't know what to do. So there you go. It was my what's going on with Nikki tutorials, what's going on with Too Faced, what's going on with Meredith. What do we do about this? What do we do about this box that I thought was going to be perfect for my word of the year? I don't know. I'm just being that basic person who like wants to create a problem when there isn't one. So I really, really enjoy hearing some thoughts and hearing if anybody has anything to say, or just like get over yourself or things like that. I'm kind of flummoxed about it after I've just bashed Too Faced Cosmetics. I do want to say I'm so incredibly proud that Nikki Tutorials came out in the way she did and was bold and took back her life and did not allow herself to be blackmailed or forced into anything. And I think it's a very brave and just courageous thing to do, and I think she deserves a lot of credit for that, and a lot of support, because I'm sure she's receiving some hate as well. That being said, I want to remind you guys, please be kind to one another always, and let this be the smallest problem that we face in 2020. And other than that, I will see you next time. Bye.